Cowboy Bebop was produced by the studio Sunrise under the famous pseudonym Hajime Itate. The director of the creative team was Shinichiro Watanabe, his first job as director after assistant directing Macross Plus and Vision of Escaflow. Other members were the writer Keiko Nobumoto, character designer Toshihiro Kawamoto, mecha designer Kimitoshi Yamane, and composer Yoko Kanno. Many of the staff members had worked together previously. Nobumoto scripted Macross Plus, while Kawamoto had designed the characters from Gundam. And Kanno had composed Macross Plus in Vision of Escaflow. Yamane, however, had never worked with Watanabe, although he had previously been involved in the development of Bubblegum Crisis and Vision of Escaflow. The series features a cast of main characters that emulate both a dysfunctional family and a competitive workplace. The first session opens with just Spike Spiegel and Jet Black as a bounty hunter team. In later sessions, they reluctantly allow Edward, and Faye to live on their converted fishing vessel, the Bebop. According to character designer Toshihiro Kawamoto of the four protagonists, Ed is the only one based on a real person, the series' music composer Yoko Kanno. He has also said he wanted their designs to be distinct and different from each other, while the creator has repeatedly said that he considers them a part or extension of his personality, such as Spike. The two Cowboy Bebop manga series were adapted from the television show using the original cast of Spike Spiegel, Jet Black, Faye Valentine, Edward and original adventures. The mangas were released by the Japanese publisher Kadokawa Shoten within their magazine Asuka Fantasy DX. The magazine was targeted to shoujo, females ages 10 to 18, and fans of science fiction. The first volume of Cowboy Bebop, Shooting Star, was released May 1998. Just 1 month after Cowboy Bebop originally aired on TV Tokyo on April 3, 1998. The director's intention was to create a series that was not only addressed to a traditional audience of teenagers, but also to adults. Cowboy Bebop was later described by Watanabe himself as 80% serious and 20% funny. Speaking of the development of the series, Watanabe began to realize the characters, explaining, "The first image that occurred to me was Spike. From there I tried to build a story around him, trying to make him cool. The numerous action scenes received special attention and drew benefit from the fact that among the filmmakers there were people already experienced in live-action film." The finale was planned by Watanabe from the start, but it was opposed by the other staff, only to keep the original idea the director had in mind. Watanabe has said that, since the early stages of production of Cowboy Bebop, he tried to motivate the creative team, saying that they were working on something that would be remembered for the next 10, 20, or perhaps even 30 years. The soundtrack of Cowboy Bebop was composed by Yoko Kanno, who formed the jazz blues band, the Seatbelts, specifically for the series, participating as a keyboard player. The jazz, country, and blues music has been universally appreciated by critics and has contributed decisively to the climate and pace of the series. From the first broadcast of the series, Kanno and the Seatbelts have released 7 albums, 2 extended plays, and 2 collections of the soundtrack of the series, all under the label Victor Entertainment. Watanabe has said of Kanno, it was inspired by herself and her imagination. Kanno came to me and said these are the songs we need in Cowboy Bebop, and has composed something completely on her own. Watanabe has also said some of the songs in the second half of the series we had not even asked for, she just made them and we took them. A behavior normally considered unforgivable and unacceptable, but Watanabe believed this contributed to the success of Cowboy Bebop. The compositions of Kanno also inspired the director to create new scenes, not originally foreseen in the script, which in turn inspired the composer to create more music. Watanabe then described his collaboration with Yoko Kanno as a game of catch between the two of us in developing the music and creating the series. And he later said that, although his work is often influenced by music, it is not the core but rather part of a fusion of action and animation.